Hey, let's have some ice cream. Have you ever had that velvet ice cream? Utica, Ohio. I like to tell you a story about a young boy who wanted to chase the American dream, and he caught it. And I'll show you around this historic 1817 grist mill that was believed to be a stop on the Underground Railroad that would become the headquarters of Velvet Ice Cream. Thank you for coming along today. We are at a regional tourist attraction called Ye Olde Mill, and it is the headquarters of Velvet Ice Cream. And Ye Olde Mill sits on the south side of Utica, Ohio, which is just about the center of the state. And this tourist attraction brings in about 150,000 people a year between the month of May and mid-October. I believe it is the combination of the rich history of this area of Ohio and the velvet ice cream combined together that makes this such a popular tourist destination. I feel like there's some history that gets just looked right past right here. You're looking at the mill, and it was built in 1817. Utica was platted in 1815, and Ohio was on the front lines of the War of 1812, which was from 1812 to 1815. You have Utica being platted in 1815. I believe that was a direct result of the war coming to an end and Ohio starting to open up a new life. The mill was originally built by renowned millwright James King for new settler Clarence McKnight. When the mill was completed, it was one of the largest of its kind on what was at that time America's frontier. A decade later, the mill was remodeled and rebuilt by John McNaughton and officially named McNaughton's Mill. The third iteration was constructed in 1870 and remained in operation till the mid 20th century. Ye Olde Mill had outlived its original purpose, and it would sit vacant for several years until 1970 when a family run ice cream business decided they needed to expand their operations. The mill not only became the headquarters, but it became an iconic trademark for Velvet Ice Cream. Velvet Ice Cream gave the mill a new life. It is home to a restaurant, an ice cream parlor, an ice cream museum, an incredible story of a family-run business, Velvet Ice Cream. We're going to take a look around inside the mill, and I want to point out first of all that there was a very devastating fire here in 1980, and it is my understanding that the only original part of the building that survived was the foundation. So inside here in the building you have a gift shop, you have a dining area, and you have the ice cream museum. Now the ice cream museum is the only one in the state of Ohio. This is a very unique setup here with the restaurant, the dining area, and a museum. Now the restaurant primarily is soup, sandwiches, and of course velvet ice cream. Huge velvet ice cream bar. Get your ice cream, your shake, your sundaes, pretty much anything you're looking for. The museum is incorporated into some of the dining area. There's two parts of the building, and there is a exterior dining area. This old street vendor bicycle over here. Hoping the camera will pick it up. It's got the backlight up against it. Velvet ice cream since 1914. I really wanted to touch on this point because I believe it's just an amazing story about chasing the American dream. And in 1903, Joseph Dagger immigrates to America from Lebanon. He was 15 years old, and he did this by himself, without any parents, without any relatives. He comes to America through Ellis Island. So keep in mind, Utica at this time, the early 1900s, is a boom town. There's glass factories in the early 1900s up until the 1920s, 1930s. When the Depression hit, it was the top producer of blown glass that was used for making windows for homes. So Utica at this time is a bit of a boom town. In 1910, the Utica Ice Company starts producing ice, eventually making it possible to deliver ice cream without modern refrigeration, without freezers. I think possibly this played into how Joseph Dagger found himself in Utica, Ohio. Now, it doesn't say that in the museum. It's just my speculation, putting together pieces of the puzzle. Maybe he was seeking work, come in through Ellis Island, traveled, winds up in Utica, Ohio, decides to stay. There's plenty of work. And then he goes on to work for a confectionery company or shop there in Utica, Ohio, and starts making ice cream in the basement of the confectionery. Velvet Ice Cream was born. So what we have in Velvet Ice Cream is a family-run business that has lasted for over 100 years. Velvet Ice Cream gets its start in 1914 with Joseph Dagger. He immigrated to Ohio, finds himself in Utica, and creates Velvet Ice Cream. His sons will go on, Ed and Charles, in the 1930s to build a manufacturing company that would deliver Velvet Ice Cream to local grocery stores and restaurants. In 1950, third-generation family members Joe and Mike Dagger began to learn the family business, Velvet Ice Cream, from the ground up. By mid-1970, Joe and Mike Dagger officially took over the leadership of Velvet Ice Cream. They focused on expanding distribution and creating a destination for people to visit and enjoy the manufacturing facility during the summer. So it was during that period that Velvet Ice Cream had started to outgrow its current location, which was in the city of Utica, and it was getting difficult for big trucks to move their product through the streets. They started looking at land outside of Utica, and I mentioned earlier this sets on the south side of Utica. It's a country setting, and the mill had been closed from the mid-1900s. It at one point was used as a roller skating rink. At one point in time, it was a rest area. And there was this historical link to the mill itself. At the time, it was believed, and kind of hard to confirm, that it was a stop on the Underground Railroad. Just a side note, my own personal theory, these facts are hard to confirm just because that was very secretive, but I live north of this mill, a little ways up around the Lexington and Mansfield area, and there are 4 other Underground Railroad sites in that area. So I believe it's very possible that these things that they say about the mill are true, that it was a stop on the Underground Railroad. So from my research, it really sounds like the history of the mill, with it being located just outside of Utica, there were 20 acres of land, played into their decision to purchase this land and preserve the mill. And it kind of reads, my research reads as the mill had a little bit of a following itself, that people were stopping by to revisit the mill. It was a local landmark. It held interest. Velvet Ice Cream had built their manufacturing facility there, and when the people would stop, they'd want to have some ice cream also while they visited this local historic landmark, and it just grew from there. So it was that third generation of the Dagger family, Joe and Mike, that had the vision to bring velvet ice cream manufacturing out here to the mill. And since after 30 years of service, Joe passed that family business on to his daughters, Luconda, who is the president of Velvet Ice Cream, and Joanne, who serves as vice president. Now, Joe is still very much a part of Velvet Ice Cream as he is chairman of the board. So, this is not my first visit to Velvet Ice Cream. I've been here a couple other times, although this is my first really deep dive into the company and the business, and and learning right along with you as I'm doing this, as I'm sharing with you the history of Velvet Ice Cream and some of the things that have happened here. One of them being a devastating fire in 1980, and then also this viewing window here. I can remember you could come here and look in these windows and see the process. You could see velvet ice cream being made. Unfortunately, the Dagger family had to make a really hard decision to move manufacturing out of state, and that was a result of listeria outbreaks here. I believe there was either 3 or 4 of them over a period of a couple of years. It was something, I guess, that they were battling. So that option of coming here and seeing the process of velvet ice cream is no longer. I did see a sign here. They're planning on opening a candy store sometime in the future, so I'm going to have to come back. When that opens up, I'll be back to check that out. So manufacturing of velvet ice cream came to an end here at this site with the mill in the summer of 2021. That's my understanding from my research. This is still used as a distribution location. From what I can tell, I've seen trucks in this area. Velvet Ice Cream has several distribution areas throughout Ohio. I believe there's 5. There's one in Indiana. I want to give you a quick summary. This is a great place to check out for family, for a date, spend an afternoon with that special someone. Come here, you can have lunch, paninis, sandwiches, soups, salads. You can, if you enjoy the outdoors, there's outdoor dining, there's a park, ponds, ducks. There's a lot of things a lot of opportunities. Let's say this. There's a lot of opportunities to spend time with that special someone and spend time with family, have those bonding moments, learn a little bit about the history, visit the ice cream museum. There's a nature trail, I believe, here that you can walk. They have a Buckeye Grove. This is an awesome place to spend a couple hours, maybe 15, 20 minutes having lunch. It's worth a trip. Eastern Ohio, Utica, Ohio. Hey, thanks for spending the time with me today. This was an awesome adventure. If you like this video, hit that button, of course. Till next time, my friends. Thank you for watching, and it is good to be alive. You're not doing too good.
I can hear the demons call when they do what they do, and now I feel feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through.